Welcome to Skin Science with René. Let's talk diagnostic devices. My name is René Serbon, Managing Director of Dermal Systems, and thank you for taking the time to learn with me today. Skin diagnostic devices are of huge importance for the skincare professionals serious about corrective skincare practices. One cannot measure progress without knowing what the starting point is. A comprehensive advanced skin analysis, including the use of diagnostic equipment, is a professional must. The use of diagnostic equipment sets a professional standard, and clients clearly understand that results are the aim. And they also know that they are expected to fulfill their part of the treatment plan. While diagnostic equipment has become much more affordable and available to the aesthetics industry, I do understand that for some it must still be budgeted for. No documentation is, however, not acceptable, because in the modern world of today, you all have the capability to take baseline photos in the form of technology that lives in your pockets. A smartphone is the minimum requirement, and if nothing else, you should at least be documenting with that. A simple ruler is a fantastic tool to measure anomalies such as solar lentigines, and you can also document what you see on a simple piece of paper, and I still encourage the last point even with advanced technology available. There are two types of skin diagnostic devices available. The first is measuring analysis devices, and the second is visual diagnostic devices. I have briefly mentioned these in an earlier Skin Science with René session, but let me elaborate on each, and we will then largely concentrate on visual diagnostic devices in this session. A detailed diagnostic method supported by data from credible measuring analysis devices will further assist in the analysis of the skin by gathering skin's physiology measurements. Measurements of the four primary parameters of skin are lipids, hydration, erythema, melanin density or phototype, which quantifies majority skin type and basic prevailing skin conditions, helping to determine skin health and risk factors for pigmentation. Higher-end devices can be paired with software-enhanced imaging equipment and techniques. This allows us to further explore skin diagnostic parameters like the ones you see here. The same is true for visual diagnostic devices. The difference is that visual diagnostic devices allow us to see, and some allow documentation of anomalies underneath the skin surface, revealing that which we cannot see with the naked eye. We will briefly explain the light modes employed by visual diagnostic devices and show the benefit of tracking treatment programs using such technology. Spectroscopic investigation of human skin can provide simultaneous in vivo measurement of several different chromophores, thus providing information about skin structure and function. Though other types of commonly used spectroscopic techniques, such as diffused reflectance spectroscopy, information can be obtained about the amount and the distribution of the chromophores and signals associated with the epidermal and dermal fluorophores that you see on screen here. These can be observed under 5 different light modes: daylight, true UV, woods, cross-polarized, and parallel polarized. The modern technology now allows us to see true UV. This allows for visualization of the hidden skin conditions beneath the skin surface, and visible UV light is projected onto facial skin. These invisible rays have the capacity to actually travel into the skin. Inside of the skin, the cells and tissues have a natural capacity to turn these invisible rays into visible light, and in this way effectively turns the skin into a human lamp. As the light is generated within the skin itself instead of being projected onto the skin, it almost seems that the skin itself is lighting up as if a torchlight is held against the backside of the skin. These are the diagnostic values as revealed by the true UV mode. The Woods mode is named after the inventor of the original Woods lamp, Robert William Wood. In this mode, the illumination of the Woods lamp is replicated. This original lamp did not have the UV purity of which the true UV sources in the observe produces. It actually contains a weak but strongly visible blue component, though at the time of the original Woods lamp, this visible blue haze diminished the visibility of the fluorescent light coming out of the skin. It still remains to have strong diagnostic value as the blue light is reflected by the skin lipids. As a result, a light and pinkish colored haze appears on areas on which the oil film has distributed. Diagnostic values of the Woods is the same as that of UV plus the distribution of oil film. The Woods mode allows us to see what we observe under the true UV as well as the distribution of oil film across the skin. It not only reveals the quantity but also the quality of sebaceous secretions revealed by the color with which the lipids fluoresce. Being able to switch between light modes ensures no time is lost during the diagnostic procedure, and suddenly from daylight to UV or Woods or polarized modes, you're taken into a journey beneath the skin, revealing the unseen, in which we increase our professionalism when we can support referrals by visual diagnostic images. The cross-polarized mode allows you to visualize redness and discolorations in the skin. The view into the skin is obscured by bright light reflecting onto the surface of the skin. In cross-polarized mode, a special filter suppresses such disturbing surface reflections and allows you to look into the skin. The diagnostic values of the cross-polarized light is as you see on screen here. Using the observe in polarized mode, the vascular damage becomes highlighted and clearer, showing greater depth of vascular matting and color, and there are levels of diffused redness that are obvious without polarized light. However, if the skin was a phototype 4 or higher, this vascular matting would be very difficult to see. The parallel polarized mode enhanced the visualization of the skin surface textures. In the mode, the polarized filter technology is used in the opposite way than that of cross-polarized mode. The filters enhance the surface reflections, revealing the glyphic patterns, pore structures, fine surface texture, and wrinkles in great detail, while diminishing the visibility of disturbing structures and textures hidden in the deep layers of the skin. The diagnostic values that you can see under the parallel polarized mode is as you see on screen now. In this image, you can see the texture of an acneic skin shown under parallel polarized mode. It is important to remember that polarized technology adds great benefit as the Woods and true UV modes are not suitable for vascular analysis. To analyze vascular disorders, polarization technology is needed. The way we were before we had this technology was to physically check the client's skin for vascular damage and pigmentation before using the machine. We drew all anomalies that we could see on the diagnostic face. Color them if you have to separate the two colors, for example, red for vascular anomalies and brown for pigmentation. As I mentioned earlier, I actually still recommend using a piece of paper and doing this practice. And here is the reason why. If I did not take a physical note and drew any anomalies before using a diagnostic tool, in this image we can see that the spider nevi and diffused redness gets lost amongst the childhood's freckles, and I would have completely missed that if I didn't take the first step. I hold regular webinars on the topic of skin fluorescence in which we explore all these light modes in greater detail. Please find us on social media, register, and join us on a journey beneath the skin. Thank you for watching this Skin Science with René video. We look forward to seeing you online.